Hi, for today's Tuesday Toolbox, we're going to talk about politics. And not the politics about electing our officials, but about organizational politics. And organizational politics is described as decision making and allocating resources in the context of scarcity and differing interests or differing opinions. So when you think about that, identifying what are the resources we have, where do they need to go, who gets them, and how much of them do they get, those are some of the political considerations within an organization. And when we think about how we all approach things, it can cause some conflict because we can have some guidelines or even some rules about how we allocate resources or how those decisions get made until we don't follow those rules, or until we follow those rules so stringently that it doesn't serve us. I had a client last week talk to me about an employee that was following the rule of law with regards to decisions they were making for some of their clients, and it wasn't working because they weren't taking into consideration some of the other factors that were impacting the decision. And the business owner was pretty frustrated because his folks weren't kind of thinking about the whole picture. And so they could say that they were following the letter of the law, but they really upset the client and upset the owner. And so how do we take an understanding of our tendencies? I am not a person that follows the letter of the law. I think that letter of the law's guidelines at best, maybe suggestions, and my job is to get the job done. And there are other people who really want to follow it to a T, and they're not going to move unless they can follow it to a T. How do we engage with each other when we're in an organization and we're trying to accomplish a goal, and we have these different perspectives? Think about what that looks like. And one of the things I would tell you that feels pretty counterintuitive is bring those people from a different camp into the conversation. Understand what they're trying to do and share your perspective with them so that you can find some common ground and can get to the place that you need to. But the first place we have to start from is self-awareness of understanding what are my tendencies and what do I fall on my sword about, or what do I maybe not take so seriously, and understand how other folks approach that so that we can come to the table and find common ground. I encourage you to think about the politics in your organization this week and how can you maneuver them, not in a manipulative way, but in a collaborative and cooperative way. Good luck and have a good week.